Hi, this is Bishop Craig in Northern Michigan, and this is take one for the week of July 30. Peace be with you. I get a busy week this week. Today is the 31st of July, and this evening we will conduct our exit interview with Pastor Kate Von Volkenberg and the people of Bread of Life in Hudsonville, the leadership there. Pastor Kate's last Sunday is August 6th, and then she will move into full time campus ministry at our synodically authorized worshiping community in Grand Rapids. And then tomorrow is Tuesday, and I will lead call committee training for Zion Lutheran Church in Woodland. They are seeking a part-time pastor, I believe. And then on Wednesday, it's a very special day. We will have staff meeting at 1, and then Pastor David Sprang, Pastor Christina Bright, and I will sit in the same room in the synod office and kind of discuss and maybe plot out staff responsibilities for the next chapter of our work together. And then in the evening, we are all, the three of us and others, leaders in our synod, are doing our mission support cruise um, in Lansing, which is just great fun and an opportunity to say thank you to people who provide financial stewardship and leadership to our synod, and to talk a bit about some of the things that we're doing. So that is Wednesday. On Thursday, I have a meeting of the Conference of Bishops on Zoom, and my hope is to then be back up north on Friday to begin a period of time with family, which includes committing my brother's ashes to their resting place. So that is what my week looks like. The reading for Sunday is the feeding of the 5,000, and I like that it is paired, at least in the readings I read, with Jacob wrestling with the angel. Um, we have a God of abundance. That's the good news of the feeding of the 5,000, that Jesus provides abundantly. Um, and we sometimes have trouble embracing that we have all that we need, and sometimes we kind of embrace it in a unique way. Um, God will God will provide everything, so we don't need to do anything, and we don't need to worry about anything. Both thinking that God is not abundant and we don't have a role in things, I think, misunderstand the text. Jesus does provide abundantly. He provides abundantly to feed people. And so he's providing abundantly to meet needs, real need. So um, I guess that's one thing to point out. He's not providing abundantly for some things we might wish. Right? And secondly, the disciples, they need to put some skin in the game. They need to give their 5 loaves and 2 fish. That's where Jesus starts. I hear a lot from congregations these days who think that God will not only provide, but God will provide other people who will give the stuff by which God will be abundant. And I don't hear that. I don't hear the disciples saying, well, we don't want to share our loaves and 2 fish. We need to wait for someone to come along who will. Or we've got enough for us, but we're not going to share. So God provides abundantly. Jesus provides abundantly, and we get to have a role in it. We get to participate in Christ's own work of reconciling the world to God's very self, which leads me, at least, to Jacob, who is wrestling with the angel. Jacob is wrestling, Jacob is cheated his brother, and he's on his way home. And what is this going to be like? He sent his wives and everything already across the river, kind of like a shield, and he's going to be the last one, and he wrestles. Um, and we all, I believe, the church at this time in our lives can be about some very important wrestling with the angel of the Lord or with God. Um, we too can strive with God, and we like Jacob will come away changed. Jacob received a new name and a limp, um, and another chance. So ours is a God of abundance. Ours is a God of second chances. Indeed, that is the good news of the gospel. God's grace is so abundant that God sent Jesus, who lives among us, who died with us, who rose to bring us new life. And daily, dying and rising with Christ is a new, a second, third, a fourth chance. But it involves us uh, having some stake in the game, sharing what we have, offering up what we have, and really wrestling with God so that we too um, know and do God's will. So if I were preaching on Sunday, I guess mine would be a graceful, challenging sermon that talks about God's abundance, yes, and our our responsibility to offer up our 5 loaves and 2 fish and to really wrestle with God in prayer to understand how God would want us to use our 5 loaves and 2 fish, um, recognizing that we will be changed um, and have another chance. I'm Bishop Craig, and this is Take One, and I heard this week that summer is 2/3 over, which makes me sad. So I hope that you, if you have not had a chance to do so, you will take every opportunity to enjoy the last third of summer. Take care, and may the peace of Christ be with you always.